So it's amazing. This is the second week in a row that we're starting the winners and losers recap video with significant time left in the fourth quarter. So the Vikings are currently down. God, what's the score? What's the freaking score right now? All right, 28-3. Vikings just got the ball back. They got like 8 minutes left. And it really is mind-boggling that this team has so much talent on paper, and then you just turn in those back-to-back performances where week one, arch rival, at home, everyone in Minnesota, it's been a long-ass year. They just need a break. They just need an escape from reality. And then you turn in that performance. And you would think that these are proud individuals coached by competent adults, right? So you would think that this team, coming off the most points given up in the Zimmer era, as well as the second most yards, and that they would show up with a pulse. Like they would be pissed off. Like they have too much pride to roll over and die on the road in Indianapolis. And then, nope, not so much. Oh, tip pass. Great. So it's tough. It is tough. Now, I'm not really part of this hashtag tank for Trevor, hashtag tank for Trey contingent. The teams coming back from 0-2 starts to make the playoffs is pretty damn low. I think it's 36 teams since the start of whatever. But I'm not ready to give up, but also I'm a little bit irked at this point. I'm sure you are too, if not just flat out straight up pissed about this stupid team. And you could talk about all the excuses. Oh, no preseason, no OTAs. Every single team is operating under those same parameters. It isn't like other 31 teams had full OTAs and minicamp and preseason, and the Vikings did not. No, this is squarely on the Vikings, a team with a lot of continuity. Even, yes, a lot of young players on defense, but here we are. So really had to rack the brain to pick out 5 winners and then the losers from the game that's still going on. So winner number 1, Harrison Smith. Basically the only bright spot of this game, as well as one of the few bright spots on defense week 1 against the Packers. Did have a pass breakup in the end zone, or in the red zone, that led to an Eric Wilson interception in the first quarter. Also, the fact that Harrison Smith, he will be snubbed for the Hall of Fame. He's not going to make it because the same people who vote for the Hall of Fame are the same national media jabroni idiot writers right now who don't respect Harrison Smith. They're the ones that leave him off the all-pro teams. They're the ones that leave him off the all-decade team. That matters in the end, all right? But just, he's playing great. He's up in the box. He's blitzing. He's making plays. Tipped another ball that could have been picked towards Pittman. Pittman still caught it. But, I mean, yeah, Harrison did get burned and singled up on coverage against T.Y. Hilton, except T.Y. dropped it. Oh, by the way, so many drops on the Vikings as well as on the Colts. You would think that maybe it's the stupid shadows that Lucas Oil Stadium has when the roof is open, but I digress there. Argument for another day. But yeah, Harrison, one of the few bright spots for the Vikings. Winner number 2, Eric Wilson. So the guy who caught the pick, great. Also had a nice tackle on T.Y. Hilton, tackle for loss on a screen. Cool. If the Anthony Barr injury is serious, Eric Wilson's going to get a lot of run there. And frankly, he deserves it. Coming in as a UDFA out of Cincinnati, playing on restricted free agent tender this year. Woo, go Dalvin. I think that the Vikings are really done with Anthony Barr. They can move on from him and his massive salary next offseason. Re-sign Eric Wilson and use Wilson Dye as well as Ryan Connolly, the pickup from the Giants, to just sort of fill in that gap and, frankly, perhaps play even better. Next up, winner number 3. So Adam Thielen. So Thielen led the team in receiving as he's racking up some garbage time right now. Oh, Justin Jefferson with the catch. No. All right, so Adam Thielen did lead the way for the Vikings in receiving. Did have a big-time drop on that third down, but that's just sort of par for the course. And again, like we said, we are absolutely scraping the bottom of the barrel out there. And even though the Colts were down Rock Ya-Sin, who was not healthy, who was a game-time scratch because he had a stomach issue that he's working out. So they're down their best corner. And also, Xavier Rhodes just somehow played well until he was injured. He had the cramps. Yeah, but I don't know. It's rough, man. Winner number 4, Ryan Connolly. Yeah, we're going to throw him in there because he made a special teams tackle, which is great, as well as he got some defensive snaps once Anthony Barr was up. But I think that he shows a lot of promise. He had a phenomenal start to the season last year for the Giants, starting 4 games before he tore his ACL. And if he's completely healed from that, could be a contributor for the Vikings this year. Winner number 5, so Yannick Ngakoue. He did have the strip sack of Phillip Rivers in the third quarter. That's 3 straight games against the Colts now that he's had a strip sack. Look, finally got off the schneid. I mean, I thought the Vikings were going to go full eunuch for the first 2 games, 0 sacks, but Yannick got on the board there. Honorable mention winners. So Kendricks led the team with 11 tackles and a tackle for loss, but also got beat pretty badly in coverage a couple times. Xavier Rhodes, respect, had that 1 pass breakup, but that was it. They left the game with an injury. Drink up. So now the big one. So the losers, Mike Zimmer. It has to be him, numero uno, first and only, because, hey, when you are the CEO of a company, all the praise and also all the fault lies strictly at your feet. Like, the buck does stop with you. Ooh, Dalvin got in for a touchdown. Cool. All right, so having this team this underprepared for a game right after the most embarrassing game in your tenure is just a full-on major indictment on Mike Zimmer. And if he didn't have that luscious multi-year high-dollar extension, he would absolutely be on the hot seat right now. He may be a dog to finish out the season if he didn't have that massive extension. I mean, hell, I think there conceivably could be a chance that maybe if the season continues on, cut and paste week 1 and 2 over the rest of the season, that maybe the Vikings will still axe Mike Zimmer and just eat that contract. I think it's pretty far-fetched. I mean, teams generally don't eat multiple years on a coach's contract, despite the performance. But I mean, this could be it. Without Daniil's major injury aside, like, this team is not missing a quarterback. This team is not missing a player X, Y, Z. Yes, Daniil, but the rest are really on him. It is. Kirk Cousins. So through 3 quarters, Cousins' quarterback rating was 0.0, and he had 3 picks. 2 of them were his fault. Well, one of them was a drop. Second one was on a Hail Mary. So it's whatever. It is what it is at that point. But yeah, Kirk, you have this opportunity to rally your team, and not just in garbage time, but to keep them afloat when the defense, the hallmark of this team, is not playing well. It's on you. That's why you get paid the big bucks. Also, interior defensive line. So they just got gashed again. They got gashed by Aaron Jones last week. Jonathan Taylor-Thomas was doing some big things. Just wait until Derrick Henry comes in next week. It's just going to be great. But here's how little respect the Colts had for the Vikings' run defense. So early in the game is 3rd and 6. They ran it twice. All right, so they ran it once. Oh, we didn't get it? Oh, we'll just go for it on 4th and just run up the middle again. Oh, we got it. Yeah, we nailed it. Oh, Dan Bailey's terrible at onside kicking, by the way, right? And also, I will never understand the staff's obsession with Shamar Stephen. Just, you have the best middle linebacker in the league, and you just continue to put ineffective bodies in front of him. I just don't get it. Also, pass coverage. You can't stop Mo Alley-Cox. There was a point in this game where Mo Alley-Cox had more receiving yards than the Vikings had total passing yards, which is embarrassing. Yeah, the Colts' backup tight end just cooks you in a skillet. Great. Offensive line. So Dakota Dozier. Again, once again, I do not understand the coaching staff's obsession with Dakota Dozier. So safety, he gave that one up on a 4-man rush, and it was also the second time he had been fooled on a delayed stunt. The first time ended up in a penalty. The second time ended up in the sack. Just an overall not great game this time around. He did have a clean sheet, respect, in the Green Bay game, but also maybe you do understand why they're so attached to these sort of marginal veterans because of the way that Drew Samia played. So Samia started out good enough, and like they were running behind him. He was holding up well in pass protection as well, but then he got beat badly for a sack in the third quarter, and then he just got destroyed on what ended up being a screen to or not a screen, but a short pass to Dalvin, where he just got completely forklifted. And one of the issues that we saw about him at Oklahoma, as well as we talked about Week 17 against the Bears when he played, is that he doesn't always keep his feet underneath him. Like, he doesn't always have a good center of gravity. He sometimes leans and lunges, and that puts him off balance, and that opens him up to be tossed around like a rag doll, despite his massive size. So I don't know. Obviously, you want to give the kid another chance, but if he's being a liability out there, Oli Udoh time, Ezra Cleveland time, anyone else time, who could be worse time? Also, speaking of who could be worse, so Holton Hill. Like, would anyone really be upset if Holton Hill got cut tomorrow? If Holton Hill got cut tomorrow. No, they wouldn't. So, got shaken out of his shorts by Thomas. You're giving up catches to Michael Pittman. Third down illegal contact, as well as just got roasted on that last long catch by Mo Alley Cox. I mean, this might be the worst two-game stretch I've ever seen a cornerback on the Vikings play. And we've talked about, Waswa Sarwanga. No. This is worse, and he should know better. This is his third year in the scheme. He should be a leader on this defense. He should be one of the cornerbacks stepping up as the elder statesman in this room. But no, he's absolutely getting roasted and toasted, and not in the fun way that he likes. So he needs to go. Also, so Jeff Gladney, he did have some positive points, but took some bumps and bruises. Not by far not the worst Vikings cornerback today. Actually, I think Mike Hughes played okay. But with Gladney, did give up the touchdown to Pascal. Did run with T.Y. on that nice 3rd and 7 early in the game. So there are a lot of positive takeaway from this game, even though stat box not great. It's sort of like what happened with Cameron Dantzler week 1. So I think the future with Dantzler and Gladney is pretty bright. But there's going to be a little bit of turbulence on the way. Also, in the losers, I'll put the refs in there again, right? So I'm not a big blame the refs for everything thing. And I understand refs are human. They do make mistakes. But when every single one of said mistakes go against your team, So Gladney had the illegal contact on 3rd and 10 in the red zone. Also, you have offensive linemen just getting away with manslaughter this season. Like, how many times did Costanzo just bear hug Yannick? Right, as well as they called like 25% of the holding penalties week 1 that they did last year week 1, and so they do that, but then they get the ticky-tacky on Gladney on just a massive 3rd down early in the game. Also, the Kenny Moore blatant hold on Rudy early in the game down the seam, plus the Irv Smith offensive pass interference against said Kenny Moore yet again on that massive 3rd down when Kenny Moore just fell down. Right, so. Would some of these calls actually being accurate help the Vikings? Maybe with some uncle momentum. Maybe the offense stays on the field longer. Maybe the defense doesn't get as gassed, but does it win them the game? Probably not, because the way that the Vikings played, you do have to play better than the refs reffed, and the Vikings certainly did not do that. Also, losers. So Irv Smith, big-time drop, and also massive penalty that cracked back on Darius Leonard. BC Johnson had a drop for an interception on Kenny Moore. BC's sort of been really unremarkable the first 2 weeks. Free Justin Jefferson. Also, KJ Osborne, he had it was a fumble. It was a fumble on the kick return. And also, so we're used to dynamic kick returners like Percy Harvin and Cordero Patterson. Like Osborne, it just looks like he runs to contact, like he runs towards the defenders as opposed to away. Yeah, I get that he's going towards his blocking. That's where the defenders are, but it's tough. It's tough. It is really extremely tough right now to cheer for this team, but yet here we are because we're eternal optimists. We'll always have faith. The Vikings may be 0-2, but a lot of young moving pieces. Maybe it just takes 2 games of getting kicked in the nuts for Zimmer to actually get his head out of his ass and coach his team right. Same thing with Kubiak. Same thing with Cousins quarterbacking this team. Where's the leadership? Where is the leadership? Because this boat is rudderless right now. Where's the captain? Where is it? Yep. But other than that, I have no thoughts. But hey, at least Derrick Henry's coming in. Going to run for 297 on Sunday, which is great. All right, so your thoughts. Vikings, winners and losers. The game's not even over yet. They're at the 2-minute warning. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.